Serbia calls on NATO troops to guarantee security inside Kosovo after clashes on Friday injure more than a dozen people. Serbian border troops are on high alert following clashes in Kosovo that injured more than a dozen people. On Friday, ethnic Serbs in northern Kosovo had tried to block newly elected ethnic Albanian officials from entering municipal buildings. Serbia's defense minister called on NATO-led peacekeepers to stop the violence.
Serbia je naravno u kontaktu sa KFOR-om i očekujemo da KFOR bude daleko više angažovaniji na terenu, da garantuje bezbednost, slobodu, ljudska prava svim građanima koji žive na teritoriji pokrajine, da se to ne deli da li su Srbi ili Albanci ili neka druga nacija.
During Friday's clashes, police fired tear gas to disperse the crowd and let the new officials into the offices. Last month's snap election was largely boycotted by ethnic Serbs, and only ethnic Albanian or smaller minority representatives were elected to the assembly and mayoral posts.
Tens of thousands gathered in Belgrade on Friday for a massive pro-government rally amidst growing discontent following 2 recent mass shootings. Public sector employees were encouraged to participate, with some fearing job loss if they didn't. Our correspondent Stefan Goranovic has his report from Belgrade.
The rally of the ruling Serbian Progressive Party was held in the center of Belgrade in the days when, at the invitation of the opposition, tens of thousands of people were protesting, dissatisfied with the government's response to the mass murders that rocked the country. The party called the rally Serbia of Hope, and the invitation was sent to the citizens by the president of Serbia and the leader of the party, Aleksandar Vučić. The opposition accuses Vučić's party of pressuring and threatening employees of state institutions to attend the rally. The authorities rejected such claims. The rally is being held in the same month when 18 people were killed in 2 mass murders in Serbia. Stefan Goranovic, Euronews, Belgrade.
At least 2 people have been killed and 23 injured in an apparent Russian missile strike on a medical clinic in the Ukrainian city of Dnipro. 2 children were among the wounded. Local officials said one of those who died was a 69-year-old man. Several buildings were heavily damaged in the attack, which caused fires over a wide area. Russia has stepped up airstrikes across Ukraine in recent weeks as Kyiv prepares its forces for a counter-offensive. Ukrainian air defences said they repelled multiple attempted missile and drone strikes. Russia's also seen an increase in air attacks, which it blames on Ukraine. The mayor of the border city of Krasnodar said a residential building and an office were damaged after being targeted by drones. There were no reports of injuries. Elsewhere, Russian authorities said areas of the Belgorod region came under artillery fire from Ukrainian forces.
Belgian aid worker Olivier van der Castille, who was detained in Iran for 15 months on espionage charges, landed in Belgium late on Friday after being released as part of a prisoner exchange. The 42-year-old was greeted by family members at a military base near Brussels after flying in from Oman, where he was swapped for an Iranian diplomat convicted of attempting to bomb exiles in France. The Belgian government has defended the controversial exchange, saying Olivier's life was always the most important.
Recep Tayyip Erdogan has closed his Turkish presidential campaign at a rally in Istanbul in front of thousands of supporters. He goes into Sunday's runoff poll as favourite, despite anger in the south over his handling of the aftermath of the disastrous earthquake in February. In the first round, the moderate Islamist president took 49.5% of the votes. But since then, he's managed to attract the backing of nationalist Sinan Oğan, who obtained 5% of the votes. Observers say he should be on track for victory over rival Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu and a second term. His Social Democrat opponent is backed by varied coalition partners. Recently, he's played the nationalist card, pledging to repatriate around 3.5 million Syrian refugees. As well as the earthquake, Sunday's poll takes place against the backdrop of a country battered by an economic crisis with its currency in tatters. Erdogan has been in power for 20 years, but he still has huge popular pull.